Hello everybody, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Lottie and today I'm doing the My Favourite Things tag. So you're getting two tag videos pretty close together because it is one of the hottest days of June today and I cannot be in my bedroom to film. I was going to give you an unhaul video but you're getting this instead because it's just too hot to be moving books around, picking books up, doing all that jazz upstairs where it's really hot, so you can just get a lovely view of my plain office today. So yeah, we make do and we keep calm and carry on. Today I'm doing the My Favourite Things tag and I was tagged by Jem from Bookish Gems for this tag and she tagged me quite a while ago. In fact, I've just rewatched the video and she posted it on my birthday, which was back in January. So thank you to Jem for tagging me in that. I had been wanting to do it, I'm really bad at doing tag videos if people tag me in them because I just take ages to get around to it, but I'm doing it now, so here we go. Thank you to Jem for tagging me in that. Please do go check her out. She's so close to 650 subscribers, so please go subscribe to her. She is fantastic. I love her so much. She's one of the first people who spoke to me on BookTube and she's just great. So let's go through the questions so you can find out a little bit more about me. So the first question is, who is your favourite musician or band? And for me, there is really no question about it. My favourite band is called Set It Off and I love them so much. I have been listening to their music for like 7 years now, maybe not that long, I don't know. It's been a while at least. They're like this small-ish pop punk group from Florida and I have kind of a little bit of a story behind how I came across their music. So I went to see Tonight Alive back in 2013 and Set It Off were the supporters, so that's kind of how they came to be on my radar, but I didn't really start listening to them straight away after I saw them live. But I really enjoyed their set. They have such amazing energy when they're on stage, and it was a few years later when they appeared in the news because one of the band members had been accused of misconduct, so he'd left the band, and I kind of started listening to them because they reappeared on the news for me. Not like mainstream news, you know, like alternative press or something. And their second album was out at the time and I literally made that album my entire personality. I love it to this day. There are so many amazing songs in it. It's got this like angry pop punk vibe. I just love it so much and I kind of just fell in love with them after that, and I've been with them through thick and thin, from like my own personal struggles, stuff that's been happening with the band, and I just love them so much. I even got to meet them at one of their shows, which was absolutely incredible for me when I was like 18 or something. Like, it was just so great, and to get to see them in my hometown as well was awesome. I just love them so much, and every time they come back to the UK, like, I try and take that opportunity to go and see them. They're coming back again this November for a tour that has been postponed for many times now. Originally it was because Cody, the lead singer, had to have vocal surgery and then it got postponed because of COVID, and I for some reason didn't buy tickets at the time, so I've just bought tickets through like an exchange thing on Ticketmaster, so I really hope that they are genuine and that I do get to go. So I'm hopefully going to go see them again in November. I love them so much. They're literally like my favourite band in the whole entire world. I will stand them until the end. So I do really recommend checking them out. Their newest album, Elsewhere, has recently come out and it is fantastic. Like, I genuinely think it's their best album to date. I've loved everything that they've ever put out. I genuinely don't think they have a bad song, and they're so like down to earth with their fans as well. Like Cody, the lead singer, kind of just started on YouTube like doing covers and stuff, and then the band formed and everything, so they kind of have a real feel to them. I just love them. I just love them. And because I can't just give one answer to these questions, I would also say one of my favourite artists is Avril Lavigne. She was like the first singer I ever really like listen to of my own accord. I've loved her ever since I was a little kid. I love her still to this day. Like, I just love her music so much. I think pretty much any little emo kid loves Avril Lavigne, so yeah, she's kind of like a no-brainer for me. Again, I've loved everything that she's ever put out. I kind of went through a phase when I was a teenager and I only wanted to listen to heavy music, where I just didn't listen to her music, but yeah, I love her. I don't love her newest album quite as much. I feel like it's a little bit overproduced in my opinion. Like, if it had come out maybe 10 years ago, I would have loved it, but I definitely think I prefer her more like songwritery style of music that was on her previous one, Head Above Water. That's one of my favorite albums by her, even though it's like a completely different vibe to what you think of when you think of Avril Lavigne. But yeah, I really love that album. I just feel like it was really raw and like real. She's another artist that I absolutely love. Okay, so question 2 is, what are your top 3 favorite films? And I honestly am not really a movie watcher. Like, I like films, I love watching films, but I don't ever really sit down and think I'm just gonna watch a movie. I like to watch new stuff when they come out. I have a couple that I do like to watch again and again. So one of those is Into the Spider-Verse. I love that film. It's like a real comfort film to me. Like, I can watch it again and again and like it just doesn't ever get old. I really love that one. Whenever I'm feeling sad or anything, like, I like to just stick it on and it makes me feel better. But I don't think it's on any streaming platforms at the moment, which really sucks because I haven't been able to watch it in a while. And then my other favourite film is Shrek. Honest to God, I love Shrek so much. I always have, ever since I was a little kid, and I still love it to this day. I'm still waiting for Shrek 5 after that was kind of announced. Like, where is it, please? So yeah, I love Shrek. I love all of the films in that like series, but the second one is probably like the best one. But I love like the original as well. I just love Shrek. And I can't really think of a third one to answer this question. Like, there are a lot of films. Like, I love like all like Marvel films. I like a lot of Disney. I like the Jurassic Park films and like the Jurassic World films. I'm not really a film watcher, so it's hard for me to pick like my favorite ones. I just like a lot of films. But yeah, Into the Spider-Verse and Shrek are like up there. Question 3 is, what's your favorite scent? And I really love like fresh, clean scents. So I really like fresh linen as a scent. And I also really like ocean smells, like ocean smell candles, like Ocean Cove, you know. Those are definitely the kind of scents that I really like. Question 4 is, what's your favorite Disney film? Because this is a question on its own, that's why I like didn't really say these before. So I love Disney. I was raised on Disney. I was a proper Disney kid. I've seen pretty much every Disney film that exists, I think, at least up until a point, because I just watched all of the Disney films, at least all the animated ones when I was a kid. Like, that was what I was raised on. So my favorites are Hercules. I love Hercules. Who Put the Glad in Gladiator? Like, I just love it. The soundtrack is amazing. I love it. It never gets old. I also really love Moana, which is weird because I kind of feel like the newer Disney movies aren't as good as the classics, but Moana is one I really love. I just love the soundtrack to it, and I just think it looks so beautiful with like the ocean and everything. It's such an aesthetically pleasing film. So yeah, I love Moana. And this next one, like, I don't so much love it now, but when I was a little kid I was obsessed with Basil the Great Mouse Detective, and I don't know why, but that was one of my favourite Disney films when I was a kid. Question 5 is, what's your favourite season? And my favourite season is spring. Even though I am an emo kid at heart and I love Halloween, I love spring. I love that it's starting to get warmer. I love this longer days. The weather is slightly better, like it's sunnier. I specifically like the time of year where it's like late May, early June, where it's like days are longer and the weather is just starting to get better. So it's like not raining all the time, getting warmer as well, but it's not too hot yet. But yeah, I love spring. Like, all the blossom coming out and like all the animals are having babies, and it's just a great time of year. Like, yeah, and it's, you know, we're going into the summer, and like, I like the summer. I don't like the heat, but we're going into the summer and like everybody starts getting into like a better mood in general. And, you know, I feel like whereas in like autumn and winter, like everybody's so miserable all the time because it's dark and cold. So yeah, I definitely love the spring. Question 6 is, what's your favourite seasonal drink? And I thought for so long like what I could answer this question with, and I genuinely think I don't have one. I don't really know what I would say to this, because when I think of a seasonal drink I think of things like mulled wine or like pumpkin spice lattes or like hot chocolate. I think of wintry drinks. I can't really think of stuff that's like summery. I guess like lemonade, like stuff like that. Like, but I drink that kind of stuff year round anyway, so I don't really have a favourite seasonal drink. But if you want to know my favourite drink, is Pepsi. I love a Pepsi. Like, yeah, I'm a Pepsi girl. I prefer Pepsi to Coca-Cola. But yeah, I love a Pepsi, so yeah. So question 7 is, do you have a favourite article of clothing? And I really should have grabbed these to show you before I started recording. So I guess I'll put like a picture over the screen of what I'm talking about. But my 2 favourite articles of clothing are my lesbian jumper. I call it this because the colours of it kind of look like the lesbian flag. And I saw it in Matalan once in the sale, and I was just gutted because they didn't have my size left, like online. And then I went into the store and they happened to have one in my size. I was like, oh my god, I need the lesbian jumper. So that's one of my favourites. And then my other favourite is a cardigan I have that I don't think I've really worn in videos very often, but it's this cream cardigan I got from M&S, and before I washed it for the first time it was so soft, and like now it's been washed it's not soft anymore, but I wear that all the time at work. Like, it's my comfort cardigan for when I'm at work. Question 8 is, who is your favourite author? And I think that this should really be like an obvious question. I find it really hard to pinpoint like who my favourite author is, because I tend not to have a favourite author, I just have like favourite books. So I've chosen 2 people, and the first one is Jay Kristoff. I've not loved everything that he's written, but the Nevernight trilogy is like one of my favourite trilogies. I love the 2 series that he's done with Amy Kaufman, so I feel like I can firmly say like he's one of my favourite authors. I just love the way that he tells a story. And then the second one is Sarah J Maas. Again, I've not loved everything that she's written, but the Crescent City series and the the ACOTAR series are 2 of my favourite series ever. So I feel like she has to kind of be up there as a favourite author as well. Like, again, I just love the way that she tells a story. I love the way that she writes like mental health rap as well in her books. Like, a lot of her characters are dealing with a lot of trauma, and I really like the way that she kind of touches on that in her books. Question 9 is, do you have a favourite spot for reading or writing? And my favourite spot to read is in my bed. Yeah, I just like being like covered up under the duvet, like ready to go to sleep and like read for an hour or 2 before I go to bed. So that's like my favourite place to read. It used to be the place I did most of my reading, but I think the place I do most of my reading is now on the bus or the train to and from work, because I'm usually exhausted at the end of the day, so I don't get as much reading done at home. But my favourite place to read is in my bed. Question 10 is, what's your favourite food or dessert? So my favourite food is noodles. Like any dish that has noodles in it, I probably will love it. My obsession with noodles started the first time I've had a chow mein from the Chinese takeaway, and like the rest is history. I eat like ramen noodles, like super noodle, like the instant kind. I eat pot noodle. I love ramen. I love stir fry dishes. Like, I just love noodles. I don't know what it is about noodles, they're so versatile. I just love them so much. And then for my favourite dessert, I'm not really a sweet tooth. Like, I like sweet things, but I do prefer like savoury snacks. Give me crisps any day and I will love you forever. But like, I do like sweets, so I definitely prefer like chocolatey things. I love donuts. Like, I'm suddenly really obsessed with donuts. When I went to London, we went to the donut stand at Camden Market, and I had a donut that was like the size of my head, and it was so good. It was which one did I pick? I think it was a Kinder Bueno one, and it was just so good. I loved it so much. Oh my god. Question 11 is your favourite time of day, and my favourite time of day is probably late at night when everybody's gone to bed, because it's kind of the only time of day I have where like everything is silent and like the world is so peaceful and like I can read at peace and like not be interrupted. But yeah, I don't really have like a favourite, I guess. Like that's just kind of like a time of day where it's like everything's just really calm, because otherwise I feel like I'm constantly on the go. But yeah, I don't really have a favourite time of day. What's your favourite colour? My favourite colour is periwinkle, and I guess it's kind of the colour of this dress, except a little bit paler, I would say. But yeah, periwinkle is my favourite colour. Like it's usually the colour of the sky at sunset / sunrise, when the blue is kind of going into like the night colour, the black of the night sky. I don't know. Yeah, periwinkle is my favourite colour. But I also really love baby pink. Everything in my bedroom is baby pink. My chair is baby pink. I love baby pink as well. Question 13 is, who are your top 3 YouTube channels? And I hate this question because I don't want to pick, because there's so many people that I watch and they're all amazing. So I'm only going to choose one booktuber for this, and the other 2 are actually Sims channels. So the booktuber I love to death is Becca from Becca and the Books. I think I've been watching her channel since she started it, because I remember watching her videos when I was in my first year of university, and that was the year that she started her channel, which I feel like she's been around longer than that. But I love Becca. I watch all of her videos. I've been around on her channel for a very long time, so she's kind of just like an OG for me. But the other 2 channels I absolutely love. The first one is Pleasant Sims and Life with Cindy, who is a Sims YouTuber, or she was a Sims YouTuber. So Pleasant Sims is her Sims channel, and she used to do like tutorials as well as gameplay videos on The Sims 2. And I found her channel kind of halfway through 2020 when I stopped playing The Sims 4 because I was fed up with it. And she got me back into playing The Sims 2, and like the way that I play The Sims 2 now is all thanks to her. All the mods that I've found from her channel, I love her so much. She has kind of left the Sims community now because there's just so much toxicity in it, and you know what, I say good for her. But she does still sometimes do vlogs on her vlog channel, Life with Cindy, so I still keep up with that as well, because I just love her as a person and like her personality and everything. She's fantastic. So I've loved watching her life on Life with Cindy, where she talks about like her struggles with PCOS, infertility, and also weight loss. She does like vlogs of like her when she goes on vacation and stuff as well. And she had took a break for quite a while this year, and I thought, oh my god, has she like left like the online community for good? And if she had, like, good for her. But her most recent video she posted was an update to say she was pregnant, and I was just so happy for her, because the whole time that I've kind of been following her channels, she's always wanted to have kids, but because she has PCOS, she's really struggled with it, and like she's finally been able to get pregnant, and I'm just so happy for her. So I love Cindy so much. If you like Sim stuff, I definitely recommend her Pleasant Sims channel because it's great. And if you like lifestyle vlog stuff, check out Life with Cindy, because also she's just great. And then the last channel I really love is Plumbella. I love Plumbella. She's a Sims YouTuber because she's just so relatable. I've been watching her videos again for quite a while, and I feel like I can really relate to her. She's so raw and real, and because she's from the UK, she's from Middlesbrough, which is where my stepmom's from, I feel like I can like really relate to her that way as well. But she's so funny, and she like talks a lot about the history of The Sims as well, because she's been a Sims player pretty much the same amount of time that I have. So yeah, I love her videos as well because they're just like really informative and fun, and yeah, she's just a great personality. So if you like Sims stuff, check out those 2 channels because they're great. What's your favourite musical or play? I'm not really a musical / theatre person. I'd like to go to the theatre more. I'd like to try more stuff at the theatre, but I've just never really been someone who goes to the theatre. So my favourite musical / play is the only ones that I've seen live. The first one's American Idiot the Musical, which is obviously based on the Green Day album. I love it. I've seen it twice. and it's just great. I love the album anyway, I love Green Day, but like the musical, there's just something about it, like having a full cast sing these songs that like I know and love. It's really great, and like it's really gritty and grungy, and I quite like that about it as well. So yeah, I love American Idiot. And the other one is Shrek the Musical, because I'm such a Shrek fan. I saw it done with like an amateur cast theatre when I lived in Leicester, and it was so good. I couldn't believe how good it was. Like, it was so good, and the songs are really good as well. But it's coming to my town, well, my city, later this year, so I'm kind of hoping that I can get tickets for it, but it's kind of, you know, working out the days and the times and stuff, and money as well. But yeah, Shrek the Musical is so good. I think the Broadway recording is on Netflix, but yeah, Shrek the Musical is also very good. Question 15, what is your favourite place you visited? And again, I don't really have an answer to this question because I'm such a homebody. Like, I don't really like travelling. I don't like going to places very much. I kind of just like staying home and stuff, which I know sounds so boring, but that's just me. So the answer to this question is a bit of a weird one, and it's this bar in Leicester called Firebug. And it's kind of like this rock grunge bar that I have spent so much time at when I was at university, and every time I go visit Leicester now, like, I have to go back there. It is probably like one of my favourite places in the whole wide world. I just feel so at home there. It's just such a wonderful place. I've met so many great people because of Firebug. My society, like everything we did was at Firebug, you know, and yeah, it's just kind of like the go-to place for us, and it's great. And the drinks there are so cheap. Like, they do cocktails for really, really cheap. I think the prices have changed slightly now, but when I was a student, on a Wednesday night you could get cocktails for £3. That's so good. It's so good. So you'd be there getting absolutely trashed. But yeah, Firebug is one of my favourite places in the whole wide world, specifically the upstairs, because I have many, many memories of the stage, that sticky, grungy stage in the upstairs of Firebug. But yeah, I love that place. And the last question is, who do you tag? I'm not going to tag anybody in particular, but if you are watching this video and you would like to do the tag, consider yourself tagged. You can say I was the one who tagged you. But yeah, that's it. That's the end of the video, guys. So thank you so much for watching. I'm kind of like this whole chatting dynamic now. Maybe I'll do more videos sat here. Yeah, I feel like, you know, gives you a chance to get to know me a little bit better. So yeah, if you do this tag, like, let me know in the comments and I'll check it out as well. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please do give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and welcome to the family if you are new. So that's it from me today, guys. Thank you so much again, and I'll see you very soon with a new video. Bye.